Hello again, welcome to the Solid Signal Podcast for the week of January 20th, 2014. I'm your host, well known as SS at Solid Signal. Let's dive right into it. I was thinking last night in my sleepless stupor, that's right folks, I think about Solid Signal all the time, that's what I do and I love to do it. I was thinking last night about how you don't really realize that history is being made until long after it's been made. And I'm not talking about something huge here, I'm talking about something that is relatively small in the grand scheme of things, but in the world of broadcasting, it's a massive shift. In 2007, the broadcast industry was in turmoil. There was a looming writer's strike. Ratings were down, DVRs were just starting to rear their ugly head, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about someone who really was relatively unknown to most of us, toiled as a writer on The Sopranos, which was, at the time, a very highly regarded program, who had an idea that he'd been kicking around for about 7 years, about an advertising agency. Now, of course, we're all talking about Mad Men, and it's not so much that Mad Men is revolutionary, it's the way that Mad Men was made that was revolutionary. HBO, Showtime, none of the other premium channels were interested in this pilot, and at one time, that just would have been the end of it. From the 1990s to the mid-2000s, if you really wanted high-quality series programming, premium channels were it. That is just where you went. And then something changed. Somebody at AMC had the vision to take on Mad Men. And keep in mind, at that time, AMC was a third-tier channel, mostly just commercial-ridden old movies from the 70s and 80s, nothing much to crow about. Mad Men was really not their kind of show. Matter of fact, they didn't have a kind of show. It was just all movies. This one move by a broadcast executive not only redefined AMC, but it also redefined the broadcast landscape because it proved that people would go anywhere they needed to go to get quality programming. And who really benefited here was the streaming services, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon. There was a time that you'd never consider them for original programming. And now you've got Netflix actually winning Golden Globe Awards, which is unbelievable. Unbelievable that a service that's not even a broadcast service is being recognized with a broadcast industry award. It's changed everything. There aren't that many times in life when you have the clarity to really understand that you're changing the world with a single decision. Oh, okay, I grant you, we're not talking about world peace or curing cancer here. But nonetheless, it changed the world of broadcasting. Somebody made that decision. Somebody made a difference. And back then, nobody knew it. It only makes you wonder what people are deciding today. That about does it for this particular Solid Signal podcast, a little bit off of the beaten track, and I like to kind of mix it up, make sure that you've got plenty of different entertainment choices within your 5-minute podcast. I thank you, as always, for listening, and hope that if you get a chance, you'll visit the Solid Signal blog at blog.solidsignal.com, learn about all the new products that we have, and get my own particularly skewed view on how things actually work out in the world. Until then, have a great week.